Right, so this is the one where he's just gotten free from the Ark. Just. He has absolutely no basis at all. Like, he has no idea what to do with the thoughts that are all of a sudden in his head because he's not had experience with them. He doesn't know how to identify feelings or anything because he's been hacked for 12 years. And it's like, the thing with the AI characters in general, but especially Horribee, is that we as human people have our entire childhoods to get used to what feelings are, to the point that we have a pretty good handle of it, I'm sure. As you can tell, I'm very good at it. By the time we're adults, but these are all completely new sensations to Horribee, and he'd have no clue what any of this means. And also, everything I've told you about Adato.
Yeah.
So, have I ever even spoken about Izu to you before?
Izu.
Izu.
Is that a girl?
Yeah.
Might have mentioned her.
So she's another Humagear. She's Adato's secretary.
Yes, you've been...
that one.
Yeah.
I'll be nice and not rant about that. Because that will completely set me off. But my point is that Horribee in earlier episodes has been very kind of clear in that regular Humagear are like, death for them is different than humans because Humagear can have backups. So, like, for as long as a Humagear has unlimited backups, then they are effectively immortal, basically. And he's been very clear that that is the stance on Humagear. But Izu does not have a backup.
Right.
Because she is the secretary of Adato, and basically the company secrets are more important than her, because he cares about Humagear so much. But yeah, so she's not allowed a backup.
So she's essentially like human.
Basically, yeah. She's basically got the one life. But nobody knows about this. Obviously, Horribee would have no reason to know, and he's been very... Alright.
What a sex you have. That's straight up each other.
Oh. Right. Ready?
Ready.
So Izu doesn't have a backup, but all Humagear basically is supposed to have a backup. Horribee would have no reason to believe that she doesn't have a backup, and he's very vocal about, Humagear death being different to humans and everything. So he's very emotional, and he's trying to leave a situation, basically. He's trying to walk away, but Izu's not letting him. So she keeps trying to talk to him. Horribee very clearly does not want to be there and keeps trying to walk away. She grabs him, he pushes her off and keeps walking, and it basically continues like that until eventually, yeah. Which, I mean, is...
It's a bit extreme, but...
given that that's how the Ark taught him to deal with things.
Yeah.
And given that Izu is supposed to have a backup, and she would not let him leave, I feel like that's not as, evil as they keep trying to make it out to be.
No.
She had plenty of... Also, she has super speed and can, just dash out of a situation at any point. And he was pointing his weapon at her for a very long time. And it's not... Like, even if he'd have shot, she was fast enough to leave, but she didn't. She just stood in the way. After having harassed him to the point of lashing out like that. She had ample opportunity to think, okay, he's clearly not up for a conversation, I'll leave. So at that point, it's a bit hard to have sympathy for her.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so that's basically all the important stuff. I am fine. Well, it's like, but I really like, villain characters. So I love Guy as a character until the whole robot dog thing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to start making... Like, what ruined the character for me was them trying to make excuses for him.
Yeah.
It's like, the Ark is also, like, pretty high up there. And I'm not good about...
It's when he's up in the satellite.
Yeah, and I'm not about to start making excuses for the arc. You know, I like dark, evil characters, but, like, for God's sake, leave them alone.
Yeah.
And it's like, this isn't the first time, it's because she went... early on, when Horby died the first time, and you know, he was dying in Jin's arms, who was a baby at the time and wasn't a dickhead. He wasn't a decade yet. And,
Bastard.
yeah. Yeah.
Bastard, not bastardo, was it?
No.
Bollocks.
Bollocks!
Bollocks.
Kamen Rider Bollocks!
Where are we get bastardo?
I have no idea. That's your own character there. Kamen Rider Bastardo.
Oh, that's it. That's the next storyline. That's the next box.
That's the, yeah. Bastardo.
Bastardo.
Sounds like it would be like a magic themed villain. The Bastard, the Great Bastardo. Like a cape and everything. Yeah.
Arsehole would just...
Yeah. I'm gonna say him with like a cape. Top hat. The Great Bastardo. Oh, that was too funny.
That's it. Next box.
Yeah.
Like the Great Soprendo.
Yeah,
Great
exactly.
Bastardo.
Oh, that's funny.
You can do make it like Dad.
What was I saying?
Oh, damn. God, no.
No
Stop.
clue. Yeah, Jin. Horby was dying
Yes, please.
in his arms. And Izu went up to him and said, "Oh, Horby's fallen." And it's like, I think he might have noticed. And it was so...
Oh, no, you mean not fallen down?
No.
Wait a minute.
Horby's had a bit of a fall. Oh, he's tripped.
Brock Nip.
Oh. Well, yeah, no, she went up to basically rub his face in it.
Yeah.
And he was, like, a 5-year-old at the time.
Bastardo.
I know. And so him being a child, a toddler, basically, lashed out at Izu. So you'd have thought that she'd have learned her lesson by then to not harass people.
So fault.
Exactly.